Hello YouTube, and welcome to part 4 of my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play. I'm your host Erla today, and we shall continue from where we left off last time. Last time we proceeded to sweep Viridian forest of Pokemon and trainers alike, while capturing second squad members of ours, the Whittle Queen, and evolving into Kakuna. Now Kakuna is level 9 and ready to evolve again, and we step right in front of the entrance to Pewter City. Now, our Pokemon are kind of beaten up after all these fights, so we need to heal. Pretty damn fast. Closest Pokemon Center in the game is here, Pewter City, so let's proceed without dawdling anymore. Welcome to Pewter City. Pewter City is the home of the first Pokemon gym, which we will take on in a couple of minutes. First, we need to heal. So, yep, thank you, nice lady. I hope you get some money from the stage from the work you do for us, because we don't pay you. Okay, there's a Jigglypuff here. And if you played Pokemon Yellow, and you came here with your Pikachu out, and you talked to this Jigglypuff, and the Pikachu would fall asleep. Much pretty, like every other Pokemon here in the move sync, which was kind of fun to do. That said, Pokemon Yellow, I don't really like that game, but that's maybe just me. Do we need to go to the Pokemon Mart? Now, we do have a lot of potions, and Rock-type Pokemon are not known for using statuses, not at this level anyway, so we don't need any more status healing items, so we actually don't need to go here. Yeah, before we talk to this guy, I just want to give you a tip. If you play Pokemon Gold or Silver or Art Gold and Soul Silver and you come here after the league, here you will find the feather of a legendary bird you can't have in your own version. Namely Ho-Ho for Silver and Lugia for Gold. So you can actually capture it after you come here. Okay, after this informative tip, we talk to this guy. You check out the museum? No, I didn't. Well, if you say so. I guess it's the only main attraction apart from the city. From the gym, sorry. Here in the city. It's a museum. I have to pay, but I'm a kid, I will have to pay, come on. Since when do level 10-year-old kids have to pay to go into museums? Okay, first we go in. Pokeball. Yep, hidden Pokeball here. Always useful. Take note also of this path here, with the small tree which you can use cut on, because it will come out in a couple of seconds. Let's go to the museum. And hello, Mr. Counter. What do you mean it's 50 for a child's ticket? Come on, I'm just 10. Are you serious? Jesus. I mean, I want to talk to your superior. How can I just go in? I'm just 10 and I have to pay 50. Seriously, where is the world going to? Anyway, okay, if you see this room right on the right, and it's accessible using that small passage we've seen before, and it contains a useful item, but right now we can't do anything about it, so... Okay, the museum in the lower level, it contains some Social exhibition. Here is the Kabutops, evolution of Kabuto. It's a rock-water type Pokemon. And here is the guy. Yeah, you should. Bones of a Dragon. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Gramps, but it is actually an Aerodactyl, and it's a rock-flying Pokemon. It's just a giant dinosaur. So, as far as Pokemon is concerned, it is not a dragon. Your life is ruined. I know. But I had to tell you. Sorry. Let's proceed to the second floor when... Yep, running a space exhibition. There's a small space shuttle here. And there's an interesting couple of persons here. There's a girl here who says, I want a Pikachu, I want a Pikachu, I totally want a Pikachu. Dad, please catch me a Pikachu. And the dad is like, yeah, sure, I will totally catch you a Pikachu, I promise. And I want to tell this guy that he shouldn't spoil his girl so much, because then the next day, the girl will come and say, I want a Mewtwo, I want a Mewtwo. And you will have to say, yes, I will catch you a Mewtwo. And then the Mewtwo will destroy you. And all your Pokemon. And your children also. So, guys, don't spoil your children, even in Pokemon games. But apart from this, let's go on this side and talk to this guy here. Moonstone. This guy doesn't know what a Moonstone is. Well, if you happen to get a Nidorino or a Nidorina, you might want to inform yourself. Do some research. Just so you know. And here's another old guy. yeah, that's true. Yeah. Good for you. There's some people who actually say that that did never happen. There's some sort of conspiracy theory that said it was all set up from powerful people or whatever. I just don't know how people can come up with such crap. But anyway, if you want to know what a moonstone looks like, look here. But for me, this museum is like over. So let's get out. And I will talk to your superiors. You won't get away with that. We got a Pokeball, so proceed to the gym. But not before talking to this girl. Ah, okay. Thank you for this good information. Yep. Rock the rock. Ah, I'm sorry, I'm horrible. I'll do this pun forever. Anyway, welcome to the gym. This is Gym of Brock, the Rock-type Pokemon Master. Actually, he could be as well considered a Rock-ground Pokemon Master, as there is not a single pure Rock-type Pokemon in the first gen. The first one, I think, is... well, I'm not really sure, but I think the first pure Rock-type Pokemon should be Nosepass on 3rd gen. But anyway, this is the informed person from all the gyms. What he usually does is tell you what type advantage and disadvantage the gym leader Pokemon have. But in this particular situation, he finds it very important to tell us that the first Pokemon to jump out of his Pokeball at the start is the one on the left of the list. Like, it wasn't enough obvious. But anyway, the gym here is Rock and Ground. So, if you took a Squirtle or a Bulbasaur, this gym is like piece of cake. Just spam your elemental attacks, and that's it. If you took a Charmander, then it could be a problem. Because Rock-type attacks hurt you like hell. And Rock-type Pokemon are resistant to fire. There's a couple of ways to get out of that. Meanwhile, we'll just destroy this Joey. First way is to level your Charmander to level 13, where he gets Metal Claw. Metal Claw is a steel type attack, and it's super effective against rock, so it gives you a weapon. But you want to be careful, because Charmander is generally kind of frail, and the Onix of Brock has powerful moves against you, so if you use the strategy, I suggest you actually level up to 16 to get a Charmeleon. If you present a Charmeleon to Brock, then the situation is a bit more evened up. Now this guy has Sandshrew, and in the original Pokemon Red and Blue, he actually didn't even have a Geodude, he had a Diglett. So the question was, what in God's name are you doing here? This is a Rock-type gym. So they decided to take out a Diglett and give him Geodude, just so it at least looks like he is a Rock-type trainer. But keep in mind that Sandshrew is a Ground-type Pokemon, so if you have a Charmander, you can just spam Ember and be happy with it. One other way to defeat this gym, if you have a Charmander, is simply to train yourself a Butterfree. Butterfree is kind of easy to train, it's about just like the level of Kakuna, and it learns Confusion and the status affecting moves pretty soon. So you just status your opponent and then Confusion away. You really want to be careful to Rock type moves though, because Butterfree is like twice weak to Rock, which means one Rock move is usually enough to destroy you at this level. And then you're left with Charmander. Ooh, we get a double level up. 10 and 13. And we're learning Water Gun. Now, Water Gun is an improved version of Bubble, in the sense that it doesn't give you the speed reduction, but it has double power. You don't want to keep both Bubble and Water Gun, since Water Gun's PP is kind of high, and by the time you finish them, you probably are going to heal anyway, or you're like almost at the end of your whatever you're doing, cave, dungeon, gym, whatever. So, and you're almost gonna use Water Gun instead of Bubble, simply because it has double power, and the speed reduction chance isn't really worth it. So you might want to keep Tail Whip and Withdraw and Tackle for the situations where you can't really use your Water Stab. Now, since Cocoon is level 10, I think we're gonna have an evolution now. And here we go. We have a Beedrill. I haven't trained Beedrill in very long time, so I really want to try it out again. So let's check out Beedrill. Now Beedrill has high attack and speed, and apparently also special defense in our case. And it has a an ability Swarm, which is the exact same as Torrent, but for bug type moves. So you get 50% more power on bug type moves if you have 30% or less HP. Of course, with this moveset, Queen is completely useless against Brock, so we will simply lead with Turtle Tank. And we haven't taken enough damage to justify going back to the Pokémon Zone, so we'll begin the fight right away. Okay, some charge from Brock. He will try to intimidate us by saying he's as hard as a rock. And actually no, your Pokemon are all rock ground. I actually haven't said I know I lose. Of course I will. And here we go. Gym fight number 1. Against Brock. Brock leads with Geodude. It's just so easy to fall into the rock one. Anyway, we lead with Turtle Tank. Now, probably what I've done is more than enough to finish this fight, but just to play it safe, I'll use a couple of Wind Throws. Why do I do this? Because Onix, which comes now, after the Geodude, has Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb is a strong rock move that deals damage and reduces your speed. So, if you get outspared after you get the first Rock Tomb, it means you're gonna take another one. And that could lead to some serious problems, because Rock Tomb is kind of strong move. And that Onix is actually faster than it looks like. So you might want to not tackle it super aggressively, even though you have a type advantage. Yep, he sends out Onix. Now we do have a double withdraw, so we will just go for the water gun. The tackle does absolutely nothing, thanks to the withdraw. And we want to KO. Oh, I forgot to mention that one last way to defeat Brock if you have Charmander is to level up a Mankey. Mankey is a fighting type Pokemon, as I said in another video, and it has powerful moves in Curl Chop and Low Kick to defeat Brock. And we level up to 14. Okay, with Squirtle is Jimmy's piece of cake, so yep, you did. I told you I wasn't gonna lose. And we get the first badge, the Boulder badge. Oh, Flesh. Okay, we will talk about Flesh when we obtain it. The infamous HM Flesh. Yep. Every gym leader will give you a TM. A TM is a small item that teaches one of your Pokemon one specific move and then disappears. In this case, the TM39 is Rock Tomb. As I mentioned, it's a powerful rock type attack. It always lowers the speed of your opponent. So it's kind of useful for getting back into a situation when your opponent is outspeeding you constantly. However, in our case, we do not have any Pokemon compatible. So no Rock Tomb for us. Take notice that the TMs are like hidden here in the K items pack. If you're coming from the new games, you won't see any TM pockets, so just look for the TMKs. Yep, I am. Okay, now we defeated Brock, and I don't think we have time to actually start the route number 3 to Mount Moon. So what we're gonna do is go back here. Yep. What's up, guys? Yes, I would like to. And before we stop the video, we're gonna do one last thing. And first of all, we go quickly to the mart, because we're gonna go into Mount Moon very soon, so we want to have an escape rope with us. An escape rope is an item that teleports you out of a cave or of a building, and it's kind of useful if you find yourself into a pinch and you can't go on because your Pokemon are too wounded or have no BP left. We also want a couple of paralyzed heals, because in the cave you will hit a couple of grass type Pokemon, especially Paras and on addition Moonbeltspurt. So you might end up being paralyzed. So a couple of paralyzed heals, not gonna hurt. So here we get one of the nerds in the Pokemon lab. He's a Bruffelkide. And here's something for us. Oh, the running shoes. That's good. Okay, the running shoes are a very useful item that allows you to double your moving speed. They don't always work, but most of the time they do. And it's easier to control your Carter if you're running with the running shoes, as opposed to going around with the bike, even though you're a bit slower. So yep, thanks for the delivery. Oh, there's a letter, and oh yeah, oh so sweet. That's Mom. She's giving us running shoes. She decided we have rested enough in this morning, so we can run around like the kids we are. Which we're gonna do now. Just cause we can. But anyway, I think we can stop here right before the start of route number 3. So thanks everyone for watching. And question of the video for today is, what is your favorite Pokemon species? And I'll see you everybody in the next video. I hope everybody has a great time. And see you again.